And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Well, we have arrived. It kept a little suspense there. Saturday afternoon, it is the first and hopefully not the only debut of a live show. We've done it from downtown on opening day. Today, we take it a step. We are at Tommy's Mexican. Oh, my God. It's
How long have we been waiting for this one? We've been waiting for a month.
You've been waiting a while because I was late today.
Yeah.
You weren't into the tequilas, but here we are. We got a big, look at the audience we've got here today.
Got some loose friends.
Fuji's here. Fuji, Ibrahim,
Mars, and Tom.
It wouldn't be a live show without the crew from the Preservation Society repping the New York Giants.
Yeah, Robbie Thompson. Look at that. He's got the Robbie Thompson jersey on, along with the New York Giants hat. And we got Norm Coleman, also from the New York Giants Preservation Society. We've got a whole bunch of people here, man. It's freaking awesome. Just having a good time. Just a bunch of people sitting here talking Giants baseball, just having some good drink, good food, and just, hey, having a good time, right? That's what this is all about. That's the reason why we do the show. We're here to talk Giants and intermingle with the people, whether you're in the chat or whether you're here in person. Man, it's a blast.
And you and I will have no trouble telling it like it is, right?
Never.
They said, "Are you going to be nice today?" I said,
No.
"Forget that."
Come on.
Yeah. So the Giants they had the game on at the ballpark today.
Yeah.
How are the Giants doing today?
Hey, how about that? They were hitting the ball today.
There you go.
Our boy, freaking Rafi Devers, man. Come on now. He got 2 hits. Got a 3-run home run over there in the left field, so it was good to see that. Unfortunately, we talk about pitching. We were listening to it on the radio on the way up. Keaton Wynn, everyone was talking about Keaton Wynn, how the guy's throwing 99 miles an hour. Maybe he's going to be something special in the bullpen. Well, he wound up giving up a bunch of runs. I think he gave up 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think he gave up a grand slam, and they finally pulled him. But, hey, it's spring training. It's practice. That's what it is. Let's see what happens. Once the bell rings, that's when everything starts counting. It's practice, right? That's what it's about. So let's see what happens. It's beautiful weather. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Let's get into this, man. On our drive on the way in, absolutely fantastic. The city looked beautiful. Not a stick of fog around or anything. It was beautiful. So, hey, having good times here at Tommy's Mexican, home
the Tommy's Margarita. It's world famous now. If you check with Chat GPX and it tells you it's world famous, it's world famous.
Yeah.
So I said, can I get one in New York? They go to this address. And it is, they said, my chat, you know how Chat GPS, you guys know how Chat GPS or GPX works. I said, Tommy's Margarita. He goes, you must know Julio. I'm like, who's in there? Anyway, they knew all about it. They told us where we could get one in New York, Paris. I mean, they're world famous for a reason.
Look at that.
And by the way,
look at that.
For those of you in the audience, and I know he's watching at home.
Yeah, he's
Eric did nothing short of placing a bet. Chardall will not be in attendance today, which is what I predicted.
No, I told you, Fuji. I told you.
You heard the booze because, see, Chardall, you let everyone down again. Yeah. I'm telling you.
He was supposed to sing 12 Days of Christmas.
Lou has just stepped in. He'll be joining the show shortly. Lou, breaking news on Giant Sports Talk Live that only we bring you. Chardall's mom said no, he's not allowed to attend today. So it comes as no surprise to Lou. Well, there you go. How many people we got in the chat right now? We got 45 jumping into the chat right now.
I didn't expect to see that many.
There you go.
I see Aaron, our good buddy from New York. What's up, Aaron? Yeah, Italy went out there and took care of business. How about that? They beat Puerto Rico. They're going to advance to the semifinals. And,
Eric's an amateur with the mic, eh? I'm the guy who's in radio. Eric.
Just sitting there. Hello. It's usually just sitting.
I know. See, we're live today, though.
It's just usually right here. How about I just do that? But yeah, Italy advanced, and then tomorrow, of course, USA's got to play Dominican Republic. That's not going to be easy. But yeah, I see all the guys in the chat. Man, hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat, man. You guys didn't have to do that. Again, you're kind of hanging out with us virtually rather than being here in person. I get it. I see Tom. He's in Pasadena, but he's tuning in. BC, our Dodger fan.
Jim jumped in. You see, Jim is there. He wants to know, where's Lou? We don't see him. Is he still sober?
Of course. Yeah. Hey, Lou, you want to come over? I think you should be able to come over here. We should be able to get you in over here. Yeah,
And I'll jump
whenever you
on.
get a chance. Yeah, we'll get it here in a
I
minute.
talk too much.
Look at Aaron. I got no life. But I tell you, this is kind of, we created this channel, right, to have fun, talk Giants baseball. And I said, from the beginning, it's all about, interacting with the chat and having fun and that dialogue, right? That's what it is. It's about having fun. And if you're not going to have fun, well, then guess what? You're not doing the job that you're supposed to be doing, because baseball is about having fun.
And I got to tell you, Eric, that, we got, like I said earlier, we get the guys from the New York Giants Preservation Society repping today, which I think that is outstanding that they made an appearance today.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Ibrahim is here, and your pal Abraham came all the way down from Sacramento.
Yep.
And a footnote to his appearance here. Do you know when we launched this show? It'll soon be 2 years ago.
Yeah, it will be.
This summer, it'll be 2 years ago we decided to do this. And Abraham was the first guy who joined us on the first show.
Yeah. Yep.
He wasn't a virgin for long. He was like, I'm in. So
he was here from the very beginning.
very first show.
Yep.
So we appreciate him being here and everybody else, even the friendly faces we don't know.
Exactly.
And we got some spies in the room, but that's okay. I know we got some spies in the room. But anyway, and Fuji, I'd never met Fuji. There's a number. I never met most of these people. So it's good we see people popping in. And
it's awesome, man.
Hey, Lou, I talked too much. Well, this is out of the frying pan into the fire. I'm going to hand over the microphone to Lou. I'm going to go.
Go get
I'm going to have a Pepsi. And maybe Lou will take over, and he'll want to say hi to his friends here. And we'll just kind of wing it here as it's live and on location today at Tom.
Yeah, we're just having fun, man. We're not doing anything professional here. We're just having fun and talking to people. Here comes Lou. But again, guys, appreciate you guys hanging out. This is freaking awesome. Let's see what happens, guys. We're less than 2 weeks away from freaking baseball. And, we're getting that much closer. Lou is getting ready to come in here. I see a super chat from Justin, our good buddy from Massachusetts. He's a big Red Sox fan. Again, he became a fan of the show when the Rafi Devers trade came down. We were sitting here talking about Rafi Devers joining the Giants last year. And, it was awesome. And he became a loyal supporter of the channel. So we appreciate it. Thanks for that $2. Says, have a good time, guys. We are. What's up, Lou?
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? Good to be here. It's actually good to meet people instead of just seeing them behind the chat name.
Right. True.
And I want to show something while we have here.
Sure.
I really want to thank Tommy Mexican Restaurant, of course, our sponsor. But look at these great shirts they gave us.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
They have shirts with the little logo
Giant
of them.
Sportstalk Live featuring Eric, Glenn, and
Super Salty Lou. And it's a nice 60th anniversary of Tommy's. And then, of course, we have our sponsor sponsoring our sponsor. Very nice. Very nice of Julio to do that. Give us something a little bit extra. But yeah, we're here, a little fun. Started a little bit late, so I apologize, but that's sort of the way we work. And, if you guys have never been here, 24th and Gary, it's a fun place. We're enjoying some water and some other treats. And I think what's, really nice about it is it's just we're talking baseball. We're all fans. And I think what's most important is just fun. Yeah. It's a beautiful day outside. And, we're lucky we get to do this. Yeah. We do it. I think, Eric, you always bring up this great point. We do it because we love baseball. And, we don't do it for the money, obvious. But, we do it for fun. And, there's nothing like it. And this is probably one of the first of probably 5 or 6 trips we're going to do at certain locations. Hopefully, we're invited back here for this. But, I'm pretty excited, too, where you guys are going to hear about Tommy's. They've been here for 60 years. I'm so glad they're our sponsor. We're actually going to interview Julio, whose dad actually opened up Tommy's, find out a little bit more what makes the Tommy Margarita so famous. And, I think it's just pretty cool, and I think in San Francisco, there's a lot of places, especially over the last probably 3 or 5 years, where we've really lost joints. And this is still here. So we really got to appreciate in San Francisco. And, I appreciate you and Abraham. I know it's a long drive for some people. I'm pretty blessed where, I live in the city. But, most important, hey, I can just feel it. Once we're done, they're going to put the ball game on. We're going to be able to see Japan play, Luis Arias, seeing what he can do. And I think what's most important is just the Giants in general. I'm starting to feel special.
Yeah.
We got the 24th right around the corner, 10 days from opening day, open up with the Yankees. And, it's a special day for us because usually we go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But, starting in a little bit. It's going to be after every single game, and we'll see if you, me, and Glenn can't drive each other crazy and enjoying it. But really, we just really want to thank the chat and Tommy for having us.
Absolutely,
I think
yeah.
that's
And I'm glad that you talked about that because, if it wasn't for Julio, we wouldn't be able to do this here with Tommy's Mexican restaurant. It's awesome. He's been very gracious with us, put these shirts together, and of course, provided the opportunity for us to all gather
home
here.
sodas.
Right, yeah, the home sodas. There you go. That's even better. I like it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Chips
and salsa were amazing. I'm going to have to dabble in some of the other food stuffs that they have here. But I tell you what, man, I reiterate it again. It's fun to come out here and be able to do this and talk Giants baseball. Lou, I mean, come on. We're less than 2 weeks away. And we had today, Hauser went out there, actually had a good outing today, which was nice to see.
And then our boy Devers,
of course.
The Mendoza line, for
finally got a hit. He actually got two. One of them was a big home run.
Which I think is the big key. And, I think with the Giants, and I think what's great about spring training is we all have an opportunity because we all start off tied. And I think what's 0-0. Best about the Giants is we start at home. And I think right away we're going to know if the Giants are legit right away. Especially the way the schedule works. I know Glenn's talked a lot about the first 40 games. His prediction is maybe we'll go 10-31. I'm hoping a little bit better, but I think, we realize spring training is spring training.
Yeah.
But, once we start live, and I think what's pretty cool is the Giants really are going to be the only game in town on the Wednesday night.
Yeah, that's it.
And, it's going to be on
stage.
Prime time. It's going to be the big thing. And if you're familiar with sports, there's no hoop games. March Madness sort of break. So it's a big thing. And I think the Giants playing the Yankees, East Coast, West Coast, it's an opportunity to really show what we're all about. And, show off, in my mind, I think the greatest ballpark in the world, Oracle.
Absolutely. Hey, to talk more about the Giants and the Yankees, come on. We got the New York Giants Preservation Society here. They know all about New York baseball. Yep. And these are two of the stalwart franchises of baseball, the Yankees and the Giants, right?
Really, and it goes back to New York, the big three.
Yeah, the big three.
Absolutely. And people don't realize that back then where the way it was just one division, and the Giants and the Dodgers, competed a lot. And then there was the Yankees, and the Yankees have always been sort of well-known, the big man on the table, with the Murderer's Row, everything you want. And then, of course, once the Giants and Dodgers came to the West, they still had the great thing. But, I just think one great thing about baseball is every year there's a surprise team.
Yep.
Let's go back to 2021 where the Giants came out of nowhere, where everyone had great years and the Giants, set their own team record. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they couldn't advance. But, I don't know. I just have a feeling this year there's something different.
Maybe.
And I think I'm a little bit more positive than last year. Probably because I think our offense is a lot better.
Yeah.
I know we talk a lot about our pitching staff, but, I'm excited. Baseball around the corner, and, why not have a little pre-party before spring training? And here we are at Tommy's and enjoying life.
Exactly. I mean, we go back, man. What the Yankees were the Knickerbockers and the Giants were the Gothams. I mean, you want to talk about going back in some history, and that's great. And it's what a better way to start off the baseball season than having these two historic franchises going head-to-head. The only game in town, right, is going to be at Oracle Park, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch and see our Giants, let's see what they do, man. We talk about this all the time. I love the lineup. I'm a little bit – I can't get my head wrapped around the pitching. I know, Norm, I know you're feeling a little bit more confident about the pitching, but I tell you, the bullpen is the one that's my biggest concern. And I'll say this again. I like the rotation coming out, to start the season. But let's see what happens when they get over 100 innings on those arms, specifically with Hauser, who had a fantastic game, and Malley, who's also had a nice spring. So
and I
it's a story to write. It's a story to be written.
Over the last 3 years, the Giants bullpen has been shot by literally July 4th.
Yeah.
And, this year, the Giants have been going through – I mean, I've never seen at spring training with more injuries in my life. I think we have more people from pitching on injuries than that are actually – still on the major roster. I know we go through a lot of major cuts, but hey, this is why Buster and them get all the big money. They got to make tough decisions. And, I think what's best thing about the Giants is right now we're all tied.
Yeah.
And, imagine the Giants. People talk about the trade last year with Devers. Mm-hmm. People forget the Giants were in first place.
Yeah, they were.
And they just beat LA the night before. It was Sunday night baseball. Everyone was excited. Unfortunately, didn't work out. But now we have a whole year with Devers being healthy. Hopefully, Adames can come back and do well. And I'm optimistic. I'm positive about the Giants. But again, you bring up pitching. That's sort of what it's all about. But more importantly is I heard Fan Fest today. Typical Giants was sort of all over the place, but that happens. But hey, I'm excited. Opening day around the corner, and
Before you know
again, if USA wins tomorrow, there's a chance that San Francisco Giants Webb could pitch the finals of the WBC. I mean, obviously they got a major step tomorrow they got to do, which is at 3:00 our time. Mm-hmm. But we'll see.
Yeah,
and that's sort of what it's about. Seeing one of our own, I think is the key.
And I'll tell you what, man, it's been awesome to watch Logan Webb go out there and take the ball for Team USA. He's been fantastic. He's ready to go, and I think that's going to provide the Giants with that opening day. Let's go do this because he's ready to go. And it's funny because he's playing with the team captain, right, Aaron Judge, and now he's going to have to face him. In 11 days from now. So I tell you what, I love what I see with Logan Webb and Team USA, and look, it's gonna be freaking awesome when we have that opening day. This is what we wait for. We got the whole off season. We sit there and we'll be.
It is
critical.
amazing how quick it is.
Oh man, I tell you,
it just seemed like the other day, Game 7, Toronto and the Dodgers, where it was so close to Toronto winning. The Dodgers came back, but because we were doing post-game shows every night.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, boom, blink of an eye, New Year's, blink of an eye, now opening day, that quick.
I mean, when you think of it, when you're in the moment, you're kind of like, come on, we got to go get a player or something. But once you start, you wait it out, all of a sudden, now it's upon us. We're talking 11 days from now, and we're going to have opening day baseball at Oracle Park at night. I mean, has that ever happened?
Only the Giants can advertise opening night and then, of course, opening day.
Right.
Typical Giants.
Well, here's this, because you've been a huge season ticket holder. Has Oracle Park ever had an opening night like this?
I can't remember. I mean, usually the tradition is always opening day. I mean, if you basically growing up, it was always the Cincinnati Reds that always had the first opening day. They were always like, even before, I forgot her name, Shaft or whatever, took over the team, her husband, they would always start the game a half an hour early. They always wanted to be the first.
The first, yeah.
But I can't remember the Giants. And the schedule, to tell you the truth, is very weird because Giants play Wednesday, they're off Thursday, they play Friday, Saturday, then they're off Sunday, and then of course they go to San Diego's opener, and then they come back. So it's sort of unique this year.
Yeah, they do. They've been doing that the last couple of years where they account for the bad weather back east.
Yeah.
So they put in these days off so they can make up for them if they have to throughout the season.
And if you remember last year, the first game of the season was, I think, 2 weeks early because it was in Tokyo.
Yeah, that's right.
The San Diego and the Dodgers.
San Diego and the Dodgers.
So,
yep. So,
but it's, I'm excited. Baseball around the corner, and one of the things is, especially with our station is, again this year we're going to do something special for somebody that needs it.
Yep.
Today we're going to have two drawings. Possibly someone's going to get one game, and then we're going to split another game of two. But we want to do it because, we want to thank the chat for coming here. And, most importantly, without the chat and the people, we wouldn't have the show.
Exactly.
And we just really want to say thanks. And, most importantly, it's just the beginning.
Exactly.
Just the beginning.
And it's funny because I remember when we started the show, me and Glenn, we had like 20 people. And that was it, and then it's grown and grown and grown just because we have fun doing this, and hopefully it's affectious for people that want to come and join and watch. And
I want to thank our attorneys. Where in the off season we sat down. You, Glenn, wanted me. I was with somebody else. We finally came to a number.
It came to a number,
and then I
wrote it on a napkin, right? Wrote it on a napkin.
Old school.
Yeah, there you go.
So, that's key. So.
Oh my gosh, good stuff. But hey, do you want to tell them what they could win?
So we're going to give away tonight two different things. We're going to give away 4 tickets to a person to the spring training game on Monday. The Giants have a spring training game on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, you're going to get 4 tickets, front row seats right by the dugout. Then we're going to do it, since we have more people, we have a Saturday night game in June. I have the dates against the Atlanta Braves. The game's at 6 o'clock, and we're going to give away 2 sets of tickets. So unfortunately, you're going to have to go to the game with somebody else in the
Hey, no worry. Hey,
that's here. But, as you guys have known or you've seen photos of me and Glenn, especially last year when Glenn got the home run ball after his man got the thing. Best seats in the house, and, it's the least we could do, and I'm glad I can do it.
There you go.
That's sort of
awesome.
what it's all about.
So those of you guys, make sure you stick around. Maybe you'll get some free tickets, guys.
Yeah. And also, for the people that aren't here, like I said, we have shirts that Julio from Tommy's, who you'll get to meet. He's going to talk more about the world famous Tommy Margarita. But they made shirts for us, and they're taking care of us. So I always recommend it. If you have a date or you're with a family, come out. 24th and Gary. It's been around 60 years, and I think it's been around 60 years for a reason.
100%.
Yep.
Exactly. Speaking of which, hey, let's do this. Let me. Not used to do. Oh, here. Let's do this. Since we're talking about Tommy's, hey, let's run that. Let's run the ad.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. I heard from Tommy's Mexican Russia, home of the world famous Tommy Margarita. So I'm going to take a look at the chat here. What do we got here? Rosemond, what's up, man? I know you're grading papers over there in Stanford, but that's no excuse. You should be here freaking enjoying our time here at Tommy's Mexican. What's going on, man? What's up, Insane? I see you out there doing your fantasy baseball draft as you're watching the show. Right on. Hey, all right. There we go. We got another guest coming. Guys, this guy, he participates in the New York Giants Preservation Society. All right, here we go. Awesome. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Please introduce yourself.
What's up? I hope the stock market is up. My name is Tom O'Doul. Anybody that's been around baseball for any time, especially in San Francisco, remembers a guy named Lefty O'Doul. Lefty O'Doul was my cousin, not my uncle, my cousin. And I've been around baseball for a few years. I was telling a story today about when the Giants first came to San Francisco. I started following the Giants in 51. And as Willie Mays told me when I met him one time, 51, you old. So I am old. But I became a Giants fan in 51 when the Mays signed with them. And I've been a Giants fan ever since. But when they came to San Francisco, my dad finally says, well, you finally get to see Willie Mays play live. We're going to Seal Stadium for the opening day game. I said, Dad, it's a school day. It's not for you, it's not. So my dad was a good man. So I got to see Willie Mays. He didn't do anything that day, but Orlando Cepeda hit 2 home runs.
Hey, how about
that? I remember that well. It was 8-0 against the dreaded Dodgers, of course. And, who was the winning pitcher? Ruben Gomez.
Ruben Gomez
was a winning pitcher for that game. And I've been a Giants fan ever since. And I just love the game, grew up with it, stick with it. And if anybody's out there as a baseball fan, and of course, if you're listening to this podcast, you are a baseball fan, just stick with it. And some of the changes are good, some of them not. I do not like a designated hitter because when I was playing ball as a kid, you always wanted your ups.
Yeah.
You wanted your ups. And if you didn't get your ups, why play? But that's a wonderful game. And stick with it.
Exactly. Hey, sometimes it'll break your heart, right?
Wait.
Sometimes it will.
Oh, sometimes it will. I've been around baseball, like I said, for a long time. How many perfect games have I seen? 1. And it was a Giants perfect game.
Hey, how about
Matt
that?
Cain's game. And I'll never forget that. It was a special day.
I'll never forget that. It's funny because at that time I was still in the Air Force, and I came home from work, and I was still in my uniform, and I'm sitting on the coffee table starting to watch the Giants game. And as it's continuing on, right, it's getting a little bit more special. And I was telling my wife, I was like, I can't tell you what's going on, but something special. You can't say it, right?
No,
you can't say it.
Not a word.
Can't say something special is going on. So I'm just going to stay right here. I'm going to stay in my uniform, watch the game throughout, and lo and behold, there we go. We got us all a perfect game back in 2012. Another special year.
Special year, special game, special people at that game.
Absolutely.
Gentleman sitting next to me is a good friend of mine, another Irishman named O'Leary, and we were watching the game together and watching the K's go up on the right field wall.
You were striking out a lot.
Watching the zeros go up on the scoreboard. Neither one of us would say a word, but he gave me this little grin, that he had, and he just go,
That's all it takes,
that was
right?
all it takes. But when the game was over, we were hugging each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hugging each other.
That's what the game does.
It does.
Doesn't it? Isn't that what the beauty of the game does? It brings everybody together. I've said this a million times on the show. Hey, I see Gary. Gary's out there, guys. He's saying, great show. Congrats. Thanks, Gary.
Okay.
But the thing I talk about all the time on the show is it brings everybody from different walks of life. People that you would probably never associate personally, but because of the game of baseball, everyone gathers around and, hey, you know what? We're all rooting for the same team. And even if you don't root for the same team, we're still
friends.
We're still friends, and we're having fun. We're having that camaraderie.
It's like politics.
Well, without them, it can get that way. Trust me, on the show,
still
it can
be
get
friends.
Yeah, right. You still got to be able to shake hands at the end, right? And that's what you got to be able to do. But that's the beauty of the game, man. I absolutely love it. That's why this is the game I love. I don't really follow too many other sports other than baseball, just because it's just something about it. I don't know.
It's in your blood,
right? You talked about how when your dad took you to your first game, April 15th, right, 1958,
right?
Seal Stadium. I'll never forget I don't remember the date, but my dad took me to my first game in his Oakland Stadium. And I've told this story before. You walk in, right? You got this big concrete structure that you're just like, holy crap, what is this thing, right? When you're a kid, you walk in, you're walking on the mezzanine, and then you look out, and all you see is this bright green field, right?
Exactly.
You go down the steps a little bit, and then you see the bright blue sky. And then at that time, you had the ivy out there in center field for Oakland, and then you see the Berkeley Hills, and I'm just like, man. This is magical. This is something. I think I'm going to enjoy this game. And then when you're there in person, when you're in person, when you're a little kid, especially at that time, because they didn't have the big scoreboard for instant replay. So I'll never forget. I'd be talking to my dad about something, and something amazing happened on the play, and I'm looking I'm looking for a TV for a replay, and it's like, oh, that was it, man. I missed it. So I learned quick that, hey, if I want to talk to my dad, talk in between innings. So you don't miss any.
Talk between innings.
Don't miss any of the action. But you talk about how you've been a lifelong Giants fan. Let's get a little bit 2010, 12, and 14. I mean, what did those mean to you?
It meant a whole lot to me because the first Giants game in San Francisco, World Series game, was in 1962, and I was in the Army, and not here in San Francisco in '62. So I said, man. My team is in the World Series, and I'm sitting in Germany. And my dad says, well, I'm going to the World Series. I said, thanks, Dad. Bring me a souvenir. And he says, okay, I'll bring you a souvenir. I expected a pennant, program. Nope. Dad brought me a ball autographed by all the 62 Giants.
Wow.
And I still have that ball. It's locked up somewhere, but
wow.
that was something special. Because we have the whole Hall of Famers on there too, and
that's incredible.
It's a really incredible thing to have. And again, the experiences I've had with the game, and just being at Seal Stadium as a kid watching the Pacific Coast League, players that I've met later on in the years that played in the Pacific Coast League with the Pacific Coast League Society in the Bay Area. It's been wonderful. It's something that's in your blood. And you love it. It's
absolutely.
Just friendships that I've made. I love telling this story. At the Oracle Park, they have a patio area where they broadcast pre-games.
DH Social now, I think.
Right, and it was the the way you want to get a seat there, you come out on the patio, you look around, you see an empty chair, you say, "Is anybody sitting there? Are you saving the seat?" And generally, people say, "No, sit down, join us." And I came in one day, and there's two ladies sitting at a table, and I said, "May I join you? Is anybody here?" "Oh no, join us." I introduced myself, gave them a baseball card, of course, Lefty O'Doul baseball card, by the way, and now we have friendships. We're family
See, that's awesome.
because of baseball, and they're just wonderful people.
That's
Yeah,
great.
you know.
That is a wonderful. And then talk a little bit about 2010. I mean, that's
Oh,
the first World Series.
first World Series.
victory for San Francisco.
Finally, the Giants are in the World Series,
Where were you at? Were you at the game?
I'm able to come to the games at Oracle Park. I didn't go out of town, but I was here for the games,
Yep.
and I didn't miss any. I had a season ticket, so I was at every game. I didn't miss it, and it was wonderful. Went to the parade the next couple of
Okay.
days, and stood down there at Market and Powell, and watched the players come by. It was just special. It was just special to say my team's in the World Series and they finally won a game in San Francisco.
Were you watching with anybody, or were you just by yourself?
I was by myself.
Oh, there you go.
My neighbors on either side of me in the seats. We became good friends. I have pictures, and I made some great friends right there in the stadium, just because we were seatmates. Other season ticket holders.
That's awesome.
And it's just been a wonderful experience. I recommend it to anybody.
Absolutely, man. I tell you, and this is the beauty, right? You sit there and you got to meet a bunch of people.
I
Right?
see people here that I've just met today. A couple of them I know. I met you before, Eric. No, Norm, for quite a while. Yes, together. Good Reservation Society is a wonderful thing. If you get on the internet, join us.
Oh, absolutely. And guys, I've talked about this a bunch of times. The New York Giants Preservation Society is a fantastic organization, and if you check out their YouTube, you'll see all the recordings of the live streams that we do. Absolutely incredible. You guys want to learn something? But I mean, it's just not just Giants. It's just baseball in general. Fantastic guests. I mean, I learn something every time I attend one of these meetings, and it's fantastic. And you got Norm and you got Mars here that are also representing the New York Giants Preservation Society. I see Gary. He's in the chat. He's been a huge supporter of our channel, which has been, hey, I value it. Look, and look at the guy lives in Long Island, right? And how did we come to meet? Oh, through YouTube, right? I mean, of all things, YouTube talking Giants baseball. Just a couple of guys just talking
baseball.
That's all we're doing. That's all we do. You just sit here and you talk baseball. There's no right or wrong answer. We give our opinions, and sometimes the opinions are pretty stronger than others. But hey, it's just coming on here, having fun, and then being able to meet like-minded people. It's a blast. I don't mean to keep going on with that. But I see a bunch of people in the chat. Armand, again, I got a good friend in New York. He's a big Mets fan. Must be going on in the game. Or I think they're talking about something else. Insane Sports. Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Kyle McKiernan. He has a baseball, a 62 World Series baseball as well that's signed.
All right.
Yeah, I've actually signed it. He brought it.
Yankees or the Giants?
Giants.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. He lives up near. Oh my gosh, where is it, Kyle? Up near Chico. Yeah, he lives up near Chico. So he came down, right? We, the big locomotive, the big boy. It came down to Roseville back in 2024, and we met up there, and he brought the ball. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's the ball,
Let
right?
you hold it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't hold it. No,
okay.
I didn't hold it. But
Should be in a plastic case.
yeah, he had it in like a glass case.
There you go.
So yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, there he is. Yep, Chico. How about that? I actually remembered. Sometimes I can remember some things. Oh, Glenn, you're going to have to do this part. Actually, I think I got it. Trying to do the slide on the chat. I hate doing it because I usually use a mouse.
Technology.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it. We have fun. There's Rosemont. Isabel, what's up? She's a big fan of the Dodgers.
That's okay.
But that's okay. I even said
Now,
it.
Lefty O'Doul did win a batting championship with the Dodgers in 1932.
We won't talk about
That's
it. But that's okay.
That's
right?
why I don't really hate the Dodgers.
Yeah, but hey, everybody's a fan.
The
Right?
same with
You
the
have your
Phillies.
team.
He had a good year with the Phillies too.
Right. I mean, we got fans from everywhere, and you could root for your team who you want to root for. And I talk about this even with Dodger fans, because the Dodgers are getting a bad name, and I understand, right? Spend all this money and everything. Well, I'll tell you what, as a fan, I guarantee they're loving it. How do you think Dodger fans felt about, or how did they feel when the Giants were winning 3 and 5? They probably didn't feel too good, right?
I don't think the Dodgers fans were happy at
No,
all.
exactly.
No.
And but that's baseball. You got ebbs and you got flows.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you're riding high.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
There you go. And you just have to withstand that. And that's the thing. Unfortunately, let's talk specifically, society today, everything is all instantaneous. You need that instant gratification, and waiting for something good to happen is pretty difficult for some people.
We have 9 innings, 27 outs.
Exactly. You got to get there's still no clock. I mean, there's a pitching clock, but as far as when the game ends is when you record that 27th out, right?
That's it.
And you're in the game until, well, as what was it Yogi Berra said, until the fat lady sings, right?
The fat lady sings.
Exactly. So
it ain't over till it's
it ain't
over.
over till it's over. Yeah, absolutely. And that's that. And that's the thing about baseball. It's just you have it within your means to go and say, hey, I want to go do something for my team, whether it's the pitcher, whether it's the hitter, whether it's someone in the field. And then we watch it, and we get the benefit of watching it all play out right before our eyes.
We do.
So, that's awesome.
Great to be a fan.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Hello, fans. Goodbye, fans.
All right, and there was Tom O'Doul, cousin of Lefty O'Doul. So there we go. All right, where did Mike? What's up, Mike? Good. Good to see you, man. Hey, Mike Val just showed up, so appreciate you showing up, man. He's having a nice Tommy's margarita. World famous too, right?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
There you go. Awesome. Hey, how about them Giants today, huh?
Yeah, 7-2 when I left the house.
I think it was 7-7. When last I looked, I thought it was 7. I don't know what was the final, guys. Anyone had the final on that game?
The Giants game.
I'm not sure. Hey, Ibrahim, what was the final on that the spring training game? Because I know it was 7-7 at one time. I don't know where it finished.
Are you on?
8-7
Are you on?
8-7.
8-7.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
All right. Do you want
I saw your name pop up on this.
yeah, that'd be perfect. Perfect.
So nice to meet you.
So it looks like the Diamondbacks won 8-7, but the Giants, they were hitting the ball. We talked about it already. Devers, our guy, right? He finally came
Devers
through.
got off the snide, two hits today, a home run.
Yeah, and a 3-run shot to opposite field even. So
Yeah, I looked at the box score there and I saw that they had everybody on the team out there. And it was the second inning or the fourth inning.
yeah, the team's going to hit. It's all about the pitching, right, Mike? We talk about it nightly on our show. I'm telling you, that's what it's going to be about. It's all about the damn pitching. And again, that's what Mike. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but Mike Val is saying that same exact thing. It's all about the damn pitching, guys. Let me get in here. Oh, got another super chat from Justin. What is up, Justin? I'm curious what he thought about getting Devers. Oh, Tom, what'd you think of getting Rafael Devers for the Giants? He gives me 2 thumbs ups. 2 thumbs up, not just one. 2 thumbs up. So that I think he's liking that.
So he's 2 minutes away.
2 minutes out. All right, guys. Here shortly, we're gonna have Julio from Tommy's Mexican Restaurant. He's gonna join us and give us a little history lesson on the Tommy Margarita. So, all right, what do we got? Where's EB? EB, he's another Giants fan. Giants owner can spend the money. He chooses not to. I guess Devers' contract financially handicapped their bank accounts. Honestly, we don't know, EB, to be honest with you. We know that the Giants, they don't like to spend a lot, right? Not like the Dodgers or the Mets. But, I mean, come on. Not every club can do that. Now, the Giants have a lot of money. There's no doubt about it. But does that mean that you have to always go out there and break the bank? Not necessarily. So it's going to be interesting to see how Buster Posey navigates his construction of the roster and see how he does this, man. And look, this is only his second full year. Let's see what he does. I mean, I've been critical. There's no doubt about it because I wanted the Giants to go out there and specifically get that starting pitching lockdown and at least another arm in the bullpen. But we'll see what happens. Is it true they are removing the grass? Hold on, let's see. Is Marcus? Hey, Ibrahim, is that Marcus's brother?
I'm okay. Thank you.
He was at FanFest, right? Did they remove the grass?
I think 79, 74 winner.
Oh, you're college.
He should be the number 1 seed overall. Dude.
Did they remove the grass out of the infield, or is it back? Or the outfield? They had the grass in the outfield. Okay, so grass is in the outfield. Don't know about the infield. I think they had. To be honest with you, I think they might cover it up for FanFest so it doesn't get trampled. I think, if I'm not mistaken. AK is asking, did I hear about the ads on the foul poles? No, I have not. I'll have to ask around. Hey, all right. Hold on, guys. We got a special guest here. Let me bring it over here. All right. This is Julio from Tommy's Mexican Restaurant.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thank you.
What a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming to Tommy's, and more importantly, talking about the Giants. And let's hope this season is really good and there's some postseason activity in our future.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're a lifelong Giants fan, right?
I have, and well, a lifelong Bay Area fan.
Okay.
But also, I was last week at the WBC in Houston.
Awesome.
And
What was the atmosphere like over there?
it was wonderful. I mean, unfortunately, I saw the USA lose to Italy, and then I saw the USA beat Mexico, and then I even went to see Tristan Beck and his brother beat Brazil. So I saw Great Britain and Brazil as well, and that was great.
Right. I forgot. Beck was playing for Great Britain, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. But it was a wonderful atmosphere, and people, I got to say, people in Houston were so nice and welcoming. And I have to say a shout out to the executives of the Houston Astros who looked after me, which was really kind.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What an experience. All right. So we're here at Tommy's Mexican Restaurant. We've been talking about you for quite some time. We always talk about the world famous Tommy Margarita. Let's talk a little bit about that. What is the world famous Tommy Margarita?
Well, if you come out here to Tommy's on 5929 Gary Boulevard, we've been here for 60 years, but we're the first restaurant in North America to use agave fructose as a sweetener in the cocktail. So I did that over 40 years ago. We're also the first restaurant in the United States to stop using regular tequila in favor of 100% agave tequila. So we put together 100% agave tequila, agave fructose, and fresh lime, and created a modification of the margarita that in 2006, the IBA, the largest bartending guild in the world, named a new era classic. So you can get a Tommy's Margarita on every continent and at every serious bar in the world today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That is something. And what is special about the agave?
Well, agave is a wonderful resource, and it creates an alcohol that's the only distillate in the world that's not a depressant. And today, thank you so much to Tequileño and Tequileño Reposado. That's what we're pouring for all these Giants fans and for all our guests tonight. And it is a wonderful distillery owned and operated tequila from the city of Tequila. And it was the tequila that was used to create the classic cocktail, the Batanga, created by Don Javier at his famous bar called La Capilla in Tequila.
Wow, that is absolutely.
It's a lot of history to it as well.
Are you saying you're one of the first to be able to use the agave?
Yes, we were the first bar to exclusively use 100% agave. So most tequila that the public drinks is what's called 51% agave, 49% other sugars. And though some people might find that enjoyable, we think serving tequila the way it was originally made is the only way it should be served.
That's incredible. Now, I'm guessing you have a lot of copycats that have followed you?
Well, luckily, yes. That's good because we want people to enjoy good things and well-made things, regardless of where they're at. So, and luckily, now tequila is having a great deal of popularity in that it's the fastest growing distilled spirit in the world, even though it's denomination of origin. So it can only be made in certain parts of Mexico, and it is a totally different feeling because it's not a depressant, it's a stimulant.
That's incredible. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, most people don't.
And I'm guessing, as far as flavor and taste, does anyone say it's a little bit different than?
Oh, absolutely. So tequila is the most terroir-driven spirit in the world. So depending on where your agave grows, it manifests certain flavors. So Tequileño is an anomaly because all the agave comes from the highlands of Jalisco, but it uses water from the Tequila Valley in the lowlands. But Highland tequila is generally speaking more citrusy and spicier, and Valley tequila, like if tequileni was made in tequila, would be earthier, more pungent, and more vegetal. So they're just different, but very, very, very. I mean, they're similar but very different.
That's interesting. So, and I guess it all depends on, I'm guessing, soil and climate.
100%. It depends on the terroir, right? The elevation, the soil, the sun exposure, and the mineral content of the soil, etc.
And how do you source this? Do you source it straight from Mexico?
We go directly to Mexico. We are very lucky that over the 40 years I've been in business, we've had and established great relationships with producers, many of whom come to Tommy's and show their wares. So we're really grateful for that as well. And trying to take it further and also educating our guests about tequila. So we have a 10,000 member drinking club where if you take it seriously enough, you can get on a tour to visit distilleries with us in Mexico.
Oh, wow. So you go to whole 9 yards.
We're trying.
And what's fascinating is because you're giving us some education on how this is done rather than just, hey, go
No,
tequila.
and it's not just party. There's
Right.
tequila has a beautiful cultural aspect to it and a really important agricultural aspect to it as well. And it honestly stems from drinking mezcal. And mezcal, you can argue, is the most ceremonial distillate in the world, right? Mezcal was always purposely enjoyed in minute portions, even though at high ABV, so that you would celebrate occasions. Then tequila came from that, but originally the sources are completely ceremonial.
Interesting. And you talk about the social thing. It's being able to enjoy this with friends, family.
Oh, we say that tequila brings the world together.
Well, there you go.
Or it takes your clothes off, either one.
All right, then.
Well, what a pleasure. And let's go Giants.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go Giants. Thank you.
Julio, thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Guys, round of applause for Julio.
Did you get everybody?
All right. No worries. All right, guys, that was awesome. Again, thanks to Julio for giving us a great educational little educational thing on what agave tequila is all about. How about that, guys? Nowhere else are you going to find this on any other podcast that's talking about the Giants, talking about agave tequila. So there we go. Where is Glenn? Is he gone? Oh, he's over there. Because we've been going about 48 minutes. Yeah, Glenn's doing Glenn things. He loves to talk, just like I do. 805 Chargers. Whether next year, my gut says LeBron. Oh, come on. What are we talking? What are we talking about here, man? Come on, can't be doing basketball. Hold on, let me see this. Try to get this. Just gonna take a look at the chat, guys. I hate using the pad rather than a mouse.
Ordering things that release it. I mean, like that, but
It's all good, Isabel.
right? So, I mean, it sounds so basic.
Harmon, Lou, he's asking if I tried the beer yet. I haven't not tried the beer yet. Is it here? The Bohemia?
And they
Don't know. Is Glenn coming?
He's right behind you.
Is he? Oh, there he is. Hey, look at that. What is up?
Well, I would have been back sooner. I'm into the Tommy Margarita.
All right, I'm going to take a small break.
So, Eric's taking a break after I'm into the margaritas. So this should be a great segment. So have you exhausted all the interviews? Eric? Have you exhausted the interviews? Am I just on my own or what? So I'll get to watch them on the replay. There you go. All right. We got Bernice here I'm not even on the camera. Look at this, Eric. Was it amateur hour? Oh, God. This is, you know what? When you do these shows, imagine, Eric, if we had done a show live like this when Farhan got fired. We did a 12-hour show, Lou. And it turned out like this. What are they talking? They're not even on the camera. Anyway, so If you guys are just tuned in, how many people have we got? 40, 49 people, 48 people, 49. We got people over there in the. Mike Val is here. Mike, do you want to come on today?
I'll sit down with you.
Mike is going to come on. We got it, guys. Many of you, including Eric. We've got Mike Val, who is he's a regular viewer of the show. Mike, you guys know Mike Val? I'm always calling him Mike Valerie. I don't know. So we're all friends when we're in public, so they don't beat me up or anything. Mike, good to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
All right. You're a Giant fan. How long and why?
Since I was a kid, I was born and raised on it. My uncles all taught me to be a Giants fan, but when it hit me was chasing home run balls at Candlestick Park. Will Clark hit one day, and I was this close to getting it. And ever since then, I've been hooked. Another thing, like my dad and me, he's from a different country, and it allowed us to bond in an American sport. So
Nice. Okay, I'll get my microphone back here. All right. So, Mike, so you tell me you've been a fan since that great day. So does that mean you are actually a Will Clark fan?
definitely a Will Clark fan.
He was your guy.
Well, Kevin Mitchell was my guy.
Another guy? Oh, he was your guy. Kevin Mitchell.
Kevin Mitchell.
I'm one of these guys who always likes to cheer for the underdogs. And it doesn't even have to be a Giant. My better half is looking at and I got a hell of a sports collection, as everybody on the show knows. I just picked up Wilmer Flores 2020 belt today, which was like a coup. That was huge. I'm working on his cleats. So I got to ask you is there like an underdog player? And it doesn't even have to be the Giants. Is there that underdog player? I was a fan of Biff Pocoroba, Butch Weiniger, Mike Schooler, people in the audience here. Like, they don't even sound like Giants. But did you have a guy that I don't care? Like, okay, for example, guys, you see, I love Wilmer Flores. I figured we're doing a show where a lot of people didn't know me or wouldn't. They'd say, well, which one's Glenn? I think they knew me anyway, but my big mouth. But look, that's Glenn Flores. So did you have a guy on a team when I was a little boy? It was Chris Spire, and it was in Montreal with the Expos. But did you have a guy when you were a kid and you just go, I love that ball player?
It'd have to be Kevin Mitchell. I was probably about 10 years old, 1989, when I really got into baseball. Started watching it on TV, and the things he did that year, hitting with a bad wrist, were just amazing. And I liked his Mets baseball card.
See, it always goes back to the baseball cards. No matter what you do, baseball cards are as much baseball as anything else. So what about the catch?
Willie May. Willie May.
No,
The barehanded catch.
The barehander. That lives right up there.
Yeah, definitely one of those up there moments for Mitch. And it's just always good when he comes around the ballpark, too. You see him on once in a while, he'll show up.
So you were telling me off the air, you and I are having a little cocktail, which the boys can probably, I've had a few right now, but Eric will be back shortly. He's having a couple now. So let me ask you, you said you're going to come on, hopefully, knock on wood. We can, we don't pay much around here, but we want to get you on an episode of In the Card. You said you got some cool baseball card related stories. You want to share one with me today as we broadcast from Tommy's? This is Mike Val, by the way. Some of you guys are tuned in. You say, who's this guest? It's Mike Val. You see him in the chat. He loves the Giants, and he's a big friend of Giant Sportstalk Live. Give us a baseball card story.
I'll help you kick it off. When I was young, my father was doing a remodel project in somebody's basement. He's just doing some foundation work. I went and, he picked me up after school, and I'd go over there, and we go home. One day, he pulls out baseball cards from the 1800s, and he says, do you know any of these guys? I said, no, Dad, I don't know any of them. They must not be worth anything. So he threw them all away, or he put them back and just left them there, and that was the end of that story. But
well, I got a guy who's in the chat.
I've gotten into them since.
Oh, good. I got a guy in the chat who's actually calling you out. He goes, "Are you really a Giant fan or are you a Met fan?" That's our buddy Armand in New
love the
Jersey.
Mets. Mets are
Yeah.
my third team.
Oh,
Braves second, but always second.
third team. Number 3. Who's number 2?
Atlanta Braves.
Oh, see, he knew who Biff Pockeroba was. I knew it. By the way, guys here in the chat saying, "Where's Wilmer?" We got a Wilmer fan in the show today. Yeah, we got the Wilmer Flores shirt. We got the new hat going today. And Mike Val, who you must have heard about this event just by watching Giant Sports Talk Live. Are you having fun at Tommy's with all these great people?
Definitely. It's been nice meeting everybody here so far, and I hope to get to know everybody while I'm here.
Awesome. Appreciate your time. Before I let you go, I got a couple of questions about this season. Eric, myself, we got Lou Marsden, who is, he's got the table. Lou is sitting at a table with nothing but ladies, which really doesn't surprise me whatsoever. And I got to ask you, what do you think of this year's team? Eric and I think, it's pitching and defense. Do we have enough pitching to compete over 162 ball games?
I like the way Hauser and Molly are looking so far. I think we have the starting end of the rotation is money, like it always is. And I really think Landon Roop might be in for like a breakout season. He just seems like a guy that got a lot of rest towards the end of last year. He went through an injury in order for him to be prepared for this season, and he's pitching well this spring. So hoping for a breakout year from him. And then the bullpen, once we get it structured, I'm going to love seeing it.
Wait a second. I'm cutting you off. Once we get it structured, so what you're saying is, I don't know what the hell's going on with the bullpen right now.
No, I have no clue. It's
a polite way to say I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where the Giants seem to usually want to have your long relievers, your middle relievers, your high leverage guys, and your closer figured out by now. And it's a new group, so they're figuring it out.
One thing we have stressed here at Giant Sports Talk Live is the fact that there is always question marks. It's like watching, the Riddler and all this stuff. You get the question marks floating around. This team is every season. I'm never like, okay, here we go. It's like what ifs, could be's, maybes. Doesn't that concern you?
Well, that's what makes playing the games interesting too. I spend a lot of time thinking about how guys are doing and how the question marks might work themselves out. But that's part of the fun in baseball. And I love doing it with you guys.
Hey, that's great. Mike Val is on the show with us in the chat every night. And I see you got look at that. We got over 35 people right now. We were way up, we're down, and they jump up and down, and people watch the replay. So that's great. But before I got another one, I don't even want to let the guy go. I keep saying one more. So, as you know, we are now sold out, I believe, on Giant Sports Talk Live Fantasy League. So I'm willing to take your input. And, I mean, people are going to see how, the other competitors will find out. Is there a sleeper in the Fantasy League I should be going after? I'm not going to tell you who mine are, believe me. But
the guy we've both talked about is Chandler Simpson.
Oh, you love Chandler too?
He could win that stolen base title.
He could steal 100 bases, man.
Yeah. So lock him up as soon as you can.
You know your baseball.
I keep up with it.
Yeah, very good, Chandler. And my last question: will Wilmer Flores, my guy, Wilmer Flores, will he find a home? I think he's going to go to the Toronto Blue Jays. It's just a gut feeling. He better go somewhere. I got like 30 Wilmer Flores jerseys, and he's not even going to play? Come on.
That'd be great. I like him to go to a contender like the Blue Jays, and
it's his bat, right? A contender. It's his bat off the bench.
I don't think he's going to be a guy that's sitting around into the season, but it could happen because, heck, he had that really good season last year where he was leading the league in RBIs for the first month or two, right?
Do you think right now he is one of those unsung guys just sitting there and like somebody's going to scoop him up and it could lead to their success?
Yeah, he's definitely a sleeper as far as making somebody better than they were. And hey, he's one of the best guys that was on the bench every year when we were having some hard years, and he was raising young guys to be good adults and better athletes.
You always thought that.
Well, you watch Giant Sports Talk Live quite a bit. You must know, and I'm not ashamed or afraid to bring it up today, the Wilmer Flores called shot last year against the Chicago Cubs. Lou was there as a witness. Eric was there as a witness against the Cubs when I said, Wilmer's going yard. Tuesday night, Eric. See, Lou is here giving stats and facts. I said, Wilmer's going yard. And what did he do next pitch?
Okay.
He went yard. And by the way, did we give them all out? Oh, no. We've got the Wilmer Flores home run card right there from Giant Sports Talk Live. Anybody can have. See, that's it. And see the ball? So Willie Adames is in the box, and he's like, the guy called the home run. He called the home run. He's giving me base. They're flipping me base. And, of course, Lou and Eric went to the bar, so I'm like, you got to see what's going on here, guys. Come on. So they weren't there, but the card, that is Willie Adames and Wilmer Flores reaching out, kind of saying, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
But I got to tell you, even as a fan,
Yeah.
it's like winning the lotto. He's going yard next pitch, and then the guy hits a home run the very next pitch.
You can kind of get a sense of it sometimes, can't you?
Well, it's funny. Eric will be coming back on the show later. Eric can actually, he's talked about it 100 times, but we actually found a young Harry Potter on the street before the game. And he showed up. We took the train with Robbie Dizzle.
Okay.
And the young fella, we're getting jokes about Wilmer out in the crowd. I don't like that, but that's okay. So the young fella has a Harry Potter wand, and I took his wand on the train, the N train, and I did a little hocus pocus. I don't know. We're caught up in a fray. Wilmer Flores is going deep today. And then he hit a home run. So, I don't know. It's better than that. But then the little kid, I said, can I have your wand? And oh, no. It was Harry Potter night, by the way, at the ballpark. So he had his cape and his wand. And I'm like, can I have your wand? But I know, Eric, who's our friend with the cookies? Aaron Lost, if you're in the audience today, of course, the little boy, he had one of those see-through backpacks. He took like 60 packs of cookies. He's like, I'm saying, can you fit any more cookies in that backpack? He goes, oh, yeah. So I tried to get the magic wand, but I couldn't. All right. Before I do let you go, Mike Val is our guest here. We're just hanging out, having some cocktails, having a whole lot of fun at Tommy's on Gary Street, and it's not too late. We'll be here for another hour. You want to come up? Just come on up, visit. Big Lou is like Walmart greeter. He's like, come on in, have fun, come and see us. We got raffles. What? All right, just enjoy the show at home. We're shut down. What do you expect from the Giants this year before we let you go?
Let's say 88 wins and it's sneaking into the playoffs.
Big Lou is shaking his head going, what are you? He's been into the margaritas today. Tommy's margaritas, Lou. 88 wins.
It's the Sonny V impact I'm hoping for.
Oh, my God, they're all in for 88 wins today. Marcus is it. You guys know Marcus. How many got you? Marcus, how many wins? 84. Am I the only guy at 79?
No, yeah, you got it.
With our pitching staff.
Way too low. It's too low.
This is why we play the games, because at the end of the year, and they'll all be like, oh, yeah, Glenn didn't say that. 79 wins right now. Eric, are you going to wrap it up with me or what? Let's wrap it up, Eric. Eric's getting ready for the raffle. I might wrap it up. Lou is going to wrap it up. Mike Val from Giant Sports Talk Live. Chat that way.
And I want to help out with your baseball cards.
He's going to come on a future episode of It's in the Cards, and we're going to talk in depth about cards. You find them in the weirdest places.
Okay, that works.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming. You know what? It's the people in the chat, fans like you, dropped by, made it. Thanks, buddy.
I appreciate you.
All righty, Mike Val. I'll never make fun of Mike Val again, even though, that's the fun thing about the chat, Lou. We can criticize and fight with them, and then we just have fun. We make up. We have a lot of fun here at this show. This is Lou Marston. I'm Glenn. We're getting close to wrapping it up because the margaritas are just too damn sexy here tonight.
I think they're as nutty as us.
Oh,
That's why they're on the chat. But hey, there is somebody that's not here that is watching this that I just want to let you know. Enrique, a.k.a. Kid Henry, who unfortunately is going to be going to...
Is that my buddy?
Your buddy is going to a funeral parlor tomorrow. His buddy's getting married. So
whoa.
Leave early. So we just want to tell him that we miss him. Enrique, Kid Henry, we wish you were here. We will have a road soda for you. Just want you to know we miss you.
Whoa. I know I've had a couple of Tommy's margaritas. Did you say he's going to a wedding?
Yeah, a funeral.
At a funeral parlor.
No, he's going to a funeral parlor. One of his buddies is getting married tomorrow in Mexico.
I'm a little slow today. All righty. On that note, appreciate that contribution to the show, Lou Marston.
We miss you, Enrique. You're the man.
He is. I was looking forward to seeing him, too, by the way.
All right, so we're going to do some raffles.
Raffle time.
Got to be present, obviously, to be here.
Well, it won't be hard. We only got the 65 people here today, so we're really appreciative. I love television because, it is theater of the mind. We got about 65 people in the draw, Eric.
Probably do the Monday game first.
Sure.
Yeah. So we're going to do the Monday.
Well, what are the prizes? We want to save the best for last.
Yeah, so we're going to do
Monday game can't be the worst prize.
No, that's the first one. Yeah.
Well, let's do it backward.
No. We're going to give 4 tickets away to the spring training game Monday.
I'm shutting them off any minute now. As you know.
And then we're going to go 2 tickets to a Saturday night game, Giants and Atlanta Braves.
So that's it?
No, so two sets.
What about the stickers? An Eric autograph card? Something like that?
Oh, yeah, right.
All right, Lou, who's doing the draw? We should do it over here. We do it on camera. It's all fair. Somebody will say I should have won, and it.
Again, the tickets are front row,
It's rigged.
right next to the Giants dugout.
Correct.
I will also give you a code, so when you enter the facility, you get 20% off your food and booze, or if you want to get a new jersey of Devers,
Eric's
Arias, and with these tickets, you get a free cocktail when you enter. So, unfortunately, it's not the Tommy Margarita, but it is another thing. So here, I'll pick the first one.
And here at Giant Sports Talk Live, we love free drinks. I mean, we're associated. We got the draw, Big Lou.
For the 4 tickets for the Monday.
4 tickets for Monday.
Monday. Who are they playing Monday?
Isn't it the Mexican minor league?
It's okay, so I'll be there. And apparently I'll be high-fiving. Is there anybody who wants to really win that prize? Like somebody wants to go see Team Mexico? We got a couple. Oh, Marcus wants free anything. The winner of the ticket to see Team Mexico and the San Francisco Giants is Ryan. You got it. Ryan. Congratulations. You're going to Giants and the Mexican national. Is it Mexican national team?
By Sergio Romo. So Sergio,
I don't know.
right there.
I don't know. It's got a little Tommy's theme to it, right? So it's like a big prize. So we'll go with that. Congratulations, Ryan.
There you go.
Nice.
All right.
The next two
What else do we got?
winners are going to be 2 tickets. The first one will be seats 1 and 2 on the aisle. It's Saturday night.
Lower our tickets?
Our tickets. Saturday night, June 27th.
Uh-oh.
Make sure you're there
Do we have
against the Atlanta Braves
Do we have a drum roll?
with a 6 p.m. start. So it's a Saturday night start.
All right. I won't be able to hear it, but here we go. So we got you want to? We're talking and back and forth. So what are we giving away, Lou? Right now,
2 tickets, front row, Saturday night, June 27th. Giants against the Atlanta Braves.
All right.
Seats 1 and 2.
There you go. Oh, this is a good one.
Fuji Simeon.
Fuji Simeon. You guys know Fuji Simeon. Fuji's here. Fuji Simeon. Fuji Simeon. That's a great prize, buddy. And we appreciate Fuji. I know I speak on behalf of Lou and Eric. Fuji Simeon has been a big contributor to the program, whether it's in the chat, in other ways, shapes, financial forms. He's been a big fan, so we appreciate that.
So now the next winner is going to be sitting next to Fuji. So I hope that's okay.
Can I do a draw? You know, it's funny what happens when the Tommy's margaritas take hold. I feel, regardless of what my wife says, I feel that we do owe a round of applause for the people who are in the chat who couldn't be here because they're in New York, they're in Arizona, they're in parts unknown, they're in Canada watching today. So I think what's wrong with Canada?
I'm Canadian. I love it.
We got some I just flew in for this. They paid me to fly in from Winnipeg for this. So we'll talk to you after the show. So what we're going to do, Eric, this is happen chance. I thought, I'm watching we got a nice turnout today in the chat. And we got a great turnout here live. The people here have a chance to win these big prizes. I felt off the cuff. What I'm going to do, I have a huge collection. Now, I just happened to complete an outfit today. I got Wilmer Flores belt from 2020 today. I've got the complete uniform now. I got the belt, the jock strap, the jersey, the pants. I got it all. So what we're going to do, the people in the chat, what we're going to do is, in hindsight, tune in Monday. We will have chosen one person. Everybody's name who's in the chat will go in a draw. Even you, Chardal. His name will go in, and we're going to give away, just speaking for myself, we're going to give away a game used base from the San Francisco Giants game. Unless Eric doesn't care. Unless it goes missing between now and Monday, we're going to give away a game-used base. And I'll try to get it autographed. Don't know, but you'll get the base. I think that's a cool little prize. So we'll give that away because a lot of people couldn't be here, and they had expressed to us, guys and girls, on the show, they wanted to be here, but for reasons, personal reasons, they're out of town. They're not. They tune into our show every night. And they live thousands of miles away. So I think it's fair for us to give away a prize Monday night directly related to the chat today. If you attended, you were watching, you put up with us, I think we'll give away a couple of prizes Monday night. Okay. Lou, final draw here at Tommy's. What we got again?
Seats 3 and 4, Saturday night, Giants, Atlanta Braves. Game starts at 6:05. And you'll be sitting next to Fuji. And Fuji, thank you for all your donations. It helps. Shows that people are actually watching. In case you guys saw, Julio came in to make sure we knew that Ohtani just went deep in the World Baseball Classic. Giants fans, don't worry. Yeah, okay. All right, Glenn.
You want me to do this draw? So it will be someone in attendance today. Bernice, are you in the draw?
Yes.
Should I be drawing it? Because if it's Bernice, everybody watch? Everybody watching? This is it. Eric or Lou? Lou, would you read it? Because I'll get the blame for everything if it's her.
Dominic.
Hey! So in other words, what this kid's going on? He wins again.
It says Dominic.
Yeah, that's his brother.
Oh my God! They win everything. And you know what? He's a newbie. And it's funny. I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything. I saw him at FanFest today where we got to have a nice, pleasant chat. I said, "You a big fan of the show?" He goes, "I've never watched your show." But apparently now he loves us. He's going, you're going front row. and they're sitting together. Look at this. Fuji and him are sitting side by side. They'll be sitting side by side at the game. Lou, I think we owe Lou a round of applause. Lou Marsden. And I have no shame whatsoever, Eric. I have no shame. We poached him away from the other channel, and he's now on Giant Sports Talk Live. And you do a lot for the show, and you're really, I would say, personally invested in our chat and the people who tune in every night.
Hey, I'm just glad to be here. I have fun, and because of my late dad, who's no longer with us, he gave me and my family tickets, so I love to give back, and that's really what it's all about. So, I'm glad I could help.
And again, a nice round of applause from our audience. I think let's ramp it up a bit. A round of applause for you guys who put up with us tonight. Came out here, cheered us on. Lou brought the lovely ladies, which I was not surprised about. My better half's here. My buddy Eric is probably going to sit in for the final segment. And again, thank you guys so much.
And again, one more last, just to the staff of Tommy's. Yeah. I know Julio's been great, but the staff has made sure they've been fantastic. Don't worry about it. Everything's taken care of. I'm taking care of them on the side, but I'm just glad you guys came here, and it's going to be one of many. And, let's see. Hopefully the next one, the Giants are playing well. Really, that's what it's all about.
Lou, I'm ready for it. We got to do it. This will be the postseason show.
Yeah.
We got to do postseason show.
And Julio loves what we've done, and, him being a sponsor, he wants us to come back, so I'll fully say yes.
Round of applause for Tommy's and Julio and family. And apparently the mom is here today.
Mom is here, 93 years old, sharp as a tack, 60 years have been existing. And again, the one thing we bring up is I come here quite a bit. I have a gentleman who I know very well over there, Paul, who's there. It's a great community. If you're ever in the area on 24th and Gary, come by, go to the bar. You can even say, hey, I heard about you guys from Giant Sports Talk Live, or I know Lou, Eric, and Glenn. They'll gladly take care of you, and there's nothing like it. It's just that much fun. Great family vibe.
Awesome. Thanks, Lou.
No problem. Glad to be here, guys. Thank you.
We're glad to have you as part of the show, and I mean that.
I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. Lou. Yeah, Lou was somewhere else, and we said, why don't you come over from the dark side and Giant Sports Talk Live, and you have been such a great addition to the show. I love you, buddy.
You guys make it. You guys make it easy.
Well, we do like to have fun.
Oh, yeah. So I did, again, I know it's one of those things, but I really want to thank, Eric and Glenn. You guys have made me feel part of the family since day one, and I'm glad to be here. And, again, we get to talk about Giants baseball. I mean, what else it doesn't get any better than that. And, I know there's three of us, so we squibble a little bit, but sometimes it's just for the show. But, we become good friends, and really, I feel honored to be on the show. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate that. Well, I started the show off with, and I guess Eric jumped in. So, Lou, we're going to get Eric to jump in. We're going to close it all out here. Eric, I'll tell you what. You and I were the foundation of this show almost 2 years ago. Hard to believe it's 2 years.
I know.
You and I haven't killed each other. I haven't killed Chardall. I don't know. It's just one day at a time, as Valerie Bertinelli would say. But we're just getting through the season's coming up. Are you looking forward to this year?
I am, man. Honestly, right? 2026. We talked about it a bunch on the show. I'm excited about how much run producing is going to be generated. I think it's going to be pleasantly surprised with the Giants. Pitching, of course. Right? Back to it, right? It's always the same. But look, it's still, I think Lou talked about it. It's still 0-0 right now, right? No one's won a game. No one's lost.
Well, we're still tied for first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and it all begins only 11 days. 11 days. We'll have that opening day over at Oracle Park, and I know that's going to be a fun broadcast. You're going to be out there on the street.
I am going to be the man on the street opening night. It's actually opening night. I think it's opening night. It'll either be opening day, night. I don't know. You know what happens when you do a show on opening night? You get run over by the 100 hot dog carts who are running from the police. And I was worried about that today. We'll see. We're just going to wing it like we did today. We're still on the air, and we still got some people tuned in, so that's great. Tune in to Monday night. We're going to give you a chance to win some great prizes. Monday night, for those of you who are in the chat, couldn't be here, live and on location at Tommy's. Eric, we got the season rolling around a week and a half from now. Want to thank everybody who came to the live session today. Yeah. Thanks to Tommy's.
The seventh inning stretch on
Congratulations
Giants.
to our winners. It's amateur hour once again. Okay, so congratulations to. All right, I'll do that. Right. Congratulations to the winner of our prizes, and I think you're all a great crowd here today. And Tommy's did a wonderful job of hosting us for our first of hopefully, like Lou said, what will be more programs in the future. So thank you for your donation of time to the program. Let's wrap it up, and I guess when will we see them again? Monday night.
Monday night. Nope, be back here Monday night, 8:00.
And Eric's really excited, guys. Eric is really excited because soon we're going to be doing a show every freaking night again.
Yeah, I know. Look, right? And I'm going to feel for you because when you go back to Canada, man, you're going to hit. When the game ends at 9:30, it's 11:30.
I know.
And, but
2 in the morning. Let's wrap it up.
Right. It is what it is.
I started to cry because that's coming.
It is, but you know what? It's baseball.
I like it.
We're waiting for baseball.
And it's good, too. Again, I already let's give you an opportunity. I tip my hat to Lou personally and on air. But now that I'm in Canada, travel is always a kind of a crapshoot for me, and flying back and forth and late nights. Lou has been an absolute godsend. He has been, the money we spent on Lou's contract was the best money we spent in a long, long time.
That's a fact. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, thanks again, Lou, man. Appreciate you, buddy.
And everything he's done to the show and the production of today's show.
Absolutely. And
all right, we're wrapping it up live at Tommy's. It's the first annual broadcast, the preseason preview, and the drinks. I got to get some drinks. People are saying, is he loaded? No, this is just me being me, and I got to head to the bar soon. So let's wrap it up. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to wrap it up from Tommy's on Gary, and we will see you Monday night right here on
Giants Sports Talk Live. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.